if a writer doesn't write for a movie, so he is not being considered as a good writer. And what is the difference between writers, those who write for the films or
Well, a writer is a writer actually. Whatever he writes, he could be writing travel articles, he could be writing opinion pieces, he could be writing a novel, he could be writing a screenplay, he could be writing poetry. I think a writer is just a writer. It's just a different genre that he or she experiments with, and that is what separates them. Sometimes the lines are blurred. Prose writers write poetry, screenplay, travel articles. I don't write poetry, but I do the others. So I think anyone who says that is talking through his hat.
and what about the young generation? It is going away from the, what is the reason? for
I think
reading
there's more
books and
money
all?
in film, sir. There's a lot more money in film, so a lot of people are going towards film. Nobody has the time to read books anymore. So perhaps prose writing is on a decline because of that. And I think it's the lure of money which is making young kids go for movie writing these days. And that establishes them as writers as well. You know, so it's a choice that they make.
Twinkle, we have seen a lot of movies have been adapted from books, and you have written Mrs. Funnybones, which is a story of a life of a day, daily life of a woman. Would you like your book to be adapted in a film someday?
I think it would be a sort of tragic comedy. My mother-in-law will commit suicide because I've depicted her as this, sort of crazy old bat. So yeah, I don't think they'll ever make a movie of that.
I want you to share with us that how is it that you are so diligently conversant with the Goan culture? Like you use the the nuances like Saiba and stuff like that.
No, I actually have spent some time in Goa like everyone else, and if you just listen to any auntie or uncle speak over there, and you can just assimilate their voice into your speech, and literally that's it. And if you just pick up a book on Mario Miranda cartoons, you will know everything you need to know about Goa. You get the toddy tappers, you get the taverna thing, you'll get somebody called Petrocius Pimenta di Bartoloso, whatever, So it's just pick up a book on Mario Miranda, and that'll be enough for you to fake a novel on Goa. That's what I did.
I don't know. I was sitting in Goa when I wrote the story, and I found the people in Goa extremely interesting. It was about pointless conversation. Everyone I met would really discuss how hot it was when you were sweating. They would say how humid it is when it's raining, how full they were after they eaten, and I said, I said, wow, this is incredible how everyone just keeps talking about the most obvious things. And the story was always set in my head about a postman finding a letter that he had written, and the irony of that never got posted. So it was always there. I tried to actually, in between, make it into a Hindi film and try to set it up north, but somehow the way we had written it and the way we had collaborated writing it, everything got lost when I translated it. So just stuck to my guns and we put it in Goa.
I'm sick to death of cleverness. Everybody is clever nowadays. You can't go anywhere without meeting clever people. The thing has become an absolute public nuisance. I wish to goodness we had a few fools left. Yeah, I empathize completely with this statement. But apart from the compliments I received for my performance, I also got some brickbats. Foremost among them was one person who told me that I played him like a retard. I think a guy who walks into a funeral and mistakes a young girl who he knew 40 years ago to be the same person he was in love with cannot be anything but a retard, So I just loved the complete innocence stroke foolishness of this character. I empathize with it a great deal. I often felt very foolish when I was a child. It has sort of stayed with me.